Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are just going to be getting stuff done. If you don't know, I have a brand new house and there's just so much to do. So I figured in today's video, we're kind of working the foyer as well as doing a DIY project. And then I want to get y'all opinions on some things that I would like to do around the house and see if y'all have any suggestions. So if that sounds fun, let's go ahead and get into today's video. And I'll thank Squarespace for sponsoring. All right, let me start by showing y'all the foyer and the ideas I have for what I'll eventually want it to look like. It'll definitely be a work in progress. So for sure, I want some kind of paneling in here, but I cannot decide what. So if y'all have any ideas, drop them below. Probably not picture frame molding because I want something that's gonna let me put hooks all the way across, because y'all know I love having hooks and I love decorating them. I think for this space right here, it would be really cute to have a bench with hooks on top that I could decorate, maybe a piece of art or something like that. And then we have this little corner right here. I don't know honestly what to put there. And then I have this piece of furniture. If it wasn't for this, this room would be totally empty. I don't know if this is the permanent piece that's gonna be here, but it was $300 at an estate sale. I knew it would look good in here. And if it wasn't for this piece, it would be totally empty. Hey y'all, I'm over here now so you can see just how big this wall is in the foyer. I think that it is an opportunity to do something amazing. I would love y'all ideas on this space, but for now, like I said, we are using what we got. So the first thing I want to do is cover up these glass panels on this cabinet, because as you can see, I am using it to store stuff that is not so pretty. And I got enough things to decorate in this house. Like, I do not want to decorate this cabinet. So let's do that project first. I had this linen curtain in my stash, so I thought it would look good. It's kind of the same color as drop cloth, so I just measured the glass panels and I cut the curtain to size. I also thought about cutting a piece of wood and staining it a similar color to this piece, or they make window film where you could get frosted or reeded glass. So those were other options, but I just wanted to do something really quick and simple and use something that I already had in my stash. I'm just using a staple gun to attach the fabric to the back. I don't want to do anything permanent because in a few months I may want to remove this and decorate the inside of the cabinet. So I'm just looking for a temporary quick solution to cover up the glass. I think that looks pretty good. It's like little curtain panels inside of the cabinet. All right, next thing is this mirror. Of course it needs to be hung up. That's why these things are right here so it doesn't fall down. But before I hang it up, I do want to do a DIY on it. And if y'all remember, I purchased this from the regular Goodwill for $25, y'all, $25. This is huge. I was planning on putting it in a range room, but when we actually moved in, I realized it wasn't gonna work. Look at all the cute little florals. Again, I don't think this is the permanent piece that I want here, but using what I have, I feel like it is a pretty good solution. So let's do our little makeover on it and get it hung up. You guessed it, we are using my secret weapon, the Dixie Vale Van Dyke Glaze, and I even busted out a fresh bottle for this. This frame is actually made out of plastic and it was just looking a little plasticky, a little bit too bright fake gold. So this is just gonna tone it down and give it a beautiful antique look. And since I use this on a lot of the pieces in my house, it'll kind of blend in with everything else I have going on. So here you can kind of see the before with the plastic gold and then the after with the brown antiquing glaze. All right, the mirror is hung up and I think it is looking really good in here. Now we just need to add some decor. I actually just thrifted this very large oval tray from the Goodwill bins. It's kind of in rough shape and it needs a little bit of a makeover, but I think it will fit in this space and look really good. So let's go do a thrift flip. All right, spoiler alert, this turns out so cute. I cannot wait to show y'all the final look. So I'm going to be using the amazing casting resin. This is available on my website. It comes in 2 parts, A and B, and you pour equal parts and then mix it together. This is the IOD Felicity mode. It is these deep, beautiful roses. And when I'm using resin, I like to use this mode lubricant. It just protects your mode and makes the resin come out so much easier. So you're going to pour your resin in and you're going to wait like 5 to 10 minutes, and when it turns white, that means it is ready to come out. I see a lot of trays with these wooden round embellishments on it, so I thought instead of doing something like that, what if I added these 3D florals to it? It will be so much cuter, and it will also tie in to the florals that are on the gold frame in the mirror that is going to be hanging above it. Using resin is quick and easy, and eventually these will dry super hard, but when you first pull them out, they are bendable. So if you're wanting to attach them to a curved surface or move them into a different position, that is possible. You just need to do it quickly. Now, if your resin has dry, it is also possible to put it in the microwave for a few seconds and you'll be able to bend it. But I find it's a lot easier just to use it as soon as you pull it out the mold. The longer pieces I was able to bend perfectly around the handles of this tray, and all of the other florals, I'm just going to put them all around, tape them down, and then I'm going to let it dry for a little while before we move on to painting. Y'all, this is my new favorite color. It looks so good in my house. Dixie Belle Magnolia. I just painted some little pumpkins on a Facebook Live. They're still sitting in my house. I know it's not fall, but they look so cute. So if you haven't tried this color, it's on my website. It's so pretty. Now this tray has a lot of issues that I want to cover up. So I'm going to add some Dixie Belle texture spray to my chalk paint. You can see how it just fills in all of the cracks and all of the imperfections. So this is a great thing to do if you have a piece with lots of issues like this tray. And it also gives it a really cool pottery look. So I'll use this technique as well if I want something to look like pottery. Squarespace is who I chose to host my e-commerce store. And when I started, my website only had one tab, the home decor section. And since starting my website, my business and website has grown exponentially. And Squarespace had everything that I needed to accommodate that growth. Squarespace is extremely user-friendly, so as I added more products, it was very easy for me to redesign and redo my website on my own. But if you do need help, Squarespace has an excellent help center as well as 24-hour customer service. And not only can you add physical products, but you can add digital downloads. You could add subscription-based products. So whether you're big, small, or growing, Squarespace has everything you need to run your business. So y'all go check out squarespace.com/Julie's Designs and Signs, and Squarespace is giving my viewers 10% off when you use code Julie's Designs and Signs. And I will have everything linked in the description below for y'all. Y'all, it came out so good. Oh, it's so pretty. And I think it's going to fit perfectly right here. Yes, it does. Okay, now we got to go get some more decor. Do y'all want to see my own personal little vintage thrift store that I put together? This is in my garage. So I have these shelves and I unpacked all of my decor and kind of themed them out and put them out so I could actually see them. It was so frustrating when I was decorating the bookshelves in the living room because I had to kind of go through each box and trying to find what I was looking for. So when I decorate a space, I could come out here, I could look at what I have, also have that mess over there, and easily find it. So I'm gonna leave this out for probably another month or two, and then I'm gonna go through it and get rid of what I don't want. And what I do want, I'll probably move these bookshelves to the attic and kind of do the same thing up there because I really don't want this stuff in my garage just right now since we just moved in. This just makes it easier, and I have lots and lots of vintage books, and as you can see, lots of baskets. So let me look through this and pick out some stuff that I think would look good in the foyer, and I'll get to decorating. The sun is setting and it is looking so cozy in here. So this is what I came up with just using the items I have on hand, and everything is actually thrifted except for the olive branch tree. Those that's an inexpensive one from Walmart. If it's still on sale, I will link it. These are so great. So to lift it up a little, since it's only a 4-foot tree, I put it on this thrifted stool right here. I did have one lamp and lampshade in my stash. I don't think they go together, but I think the height is pretty good. So I will be on the lookout for another lamp to put right here. I grabbed these 2 cloches, and guys, you do not need a base for your cloches. I just used this old book right here, and then I brought that look on to the other side and put some old books right here. These are my favorite florals that are on the website. They're the little rosettes, and they come in pink and white, and I've just been putting them all over my house. I'm kind of shocked I still have some on the website. I just love them so much. The tray looks amazing, and it just gave a place for all of my decor to land. So I just concentrated on decorating this little area. I thrifted this paper mache vase right here. I just thrifted this little cute frog this week, and actually this little footed piece right here. And then I put a cloche on top of it. I got this glass jar to thrift. Everything's thrifted. So I'll stop saying I thrifted it. Everything here is thrifted, and I just filled it with candlesticks. You always see me picking up candlesticks. They look beautiful in decor. You can actually put them in candlesticks. I thrifted these this week as well. And look, the cute little sheep with a little crusty brush under the cloche. And then I put a picture of my kids. I wanted a picture of them when they were smaller, not what they look like now. Oh my gosh, look how little they were. Adorable. So y'all let me know how y'all think the foyer came out. Now I want to move on to some other areas of the house, get y'all opinions, including the living room, because the curtains and the rug have come in. So here are the curtains, and I do have 2 more panels. I just didn't want to open up everything before I knew if I was for sure keeping them. I personally love the curtains. They're almost like a chameleon color. They change in different lightings, but my family thinks they're too dark. But I was trying to get out of the box a little bit and not just order white or off-white, and they said, and I quote, well, maybe you should get back in the box. So I don't know, y'all let me know what y'all think, if I should stay out of the box or if I should get back in the box. I think they're pretty and they look really good with what I have going on in the kitchen. They also almost are the exact same color as my shutters outside, so I feel like it's kind of bringing the look of the outside, which I love. We're bringing that in. So give me your opinions on the curtains. And then this is the rug right here. It's kind of blue and gray, and I like it, but I am just not loving it. It just has too much gray in it. I think I want something more beige and brown, and I feel like it's just coming off very bold on camera and in pictures. And the reality is the stuff that I pick out also has to look good on film. And I don't know, like I said, I like it, I don't love it. So I'm thinking we're gonna return the rug and possibly keep the curtains. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna link these. Actually, one of my followers ordered this rug after I showed it, and she absolutely loves it. Like I said, it is a very, very pretty rug, but I have, you know, a vision I'm going for, and I feel like it's just, there's too many options out there, y'all, to have something you like and you don't love. I'm also on the lookout for a new coffee table. I think a vintage dark wood looks so pretty in here, but it's coming together. All right, let me know. I'm kind of loving the curtains. I think the curtains are a keeper. I want to share some ideas I have for this wall right here in my kitchen. ignore the floating shelves. They are not decorated. I just stuck some stuff up there. I really need to do it because, you know, I have no shortage of decoration. So why I haven't decorated these shelves, I don't know. All right, so I have this paneling, and it's the same paneling I put on the back of my bookshelves in the living room. And I think I would like to put it on this entire wall right here. I think that would look so pretty. Now, my dilemma is what color to paint it. Should I do it the same as my trim, you know, my windows and my crown moldings, which is a brighter white, or should I paint it the color of my walls, which it is now, Sherwin-Williams white duck, and it's a little bit warmer. I also want to get some texture up here. I'm thinking I'm going to do Roman shades. I was initially going to do cafe curtains, and that would be super cute, but I don't want to block the view, and there's really no view at the top, so I don't mind covering that up. And another thing I was thinking about doing was making these floating shelves wood, because I have a gap right here. I could easily just add a piece of wood molding and just stain it whatever color I want. So those are my ideas for this space. If you have any suggestions, any ideas, definitely leave me a comment. All right, guys, I think that's all we're going to get done in today's video. I feel like I asked y'all opinions on a lot of stuff today, and I have one more thing I want to ask y'all about. How did y'all enjoy this video? Because I feel like this house is going to get done one project at a time, not one room at a time. I just don't have the capability to do a full room makeover. This is like real life, not HGTV. And honestly, I don't want to anyway. I want to take my time. I want to think about it. I want to collect the right items. Right now, there's stuff that I have to buy. So, you know, I'm going to spend my money on those things and then try to use things that I already have. So I kind of just want to take y'all along and do like little mini makeovers and then show y'all little things that I've been doing and just kind of take y'all on this journey along with me. Now, one thing I know that I already want to change is this. I'm not liking the curtains. It's been a few days and it's not working for me. So I saw they had some very pretty window film option. So I think I'm going to order that and I'll update y'all on that situation in a later video. I am in love with how my tray turned out. It is so pretty. At the end, I have some really pretty shots that I'm going to show y'all after this video is over, so don't go anywhere. So I hope y'all enjoyed it, and leave me lots of comments below on all of y'all suggestions. I can't wait to read and see what y'all think. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all next week for another one. And don't forget that all the florals and the paint and supply and everything is on my website, juliesdesignsandsigns.com. And if you're interested in starting your own website, y'all go check out squarespace.com/juliesdesignsandsigns, and they are giving my viewers 10% off, and I will have everything linked in the description. Y'all have a great day. Bye, guys.